government after government would neglect it and refuse to act right because we believe there is a government in place. I don't want that government, and so if Boko Haram can create whatever chaos and anarchy in the society, that government is going to be kicked out. We must be proactive. What if this man is not there and I become the person who is incumbent? What hope will this country be? There are young men in the southeastern part of this country who are saying, for XYZ reasons, we are no longer comfortable with the way the Nigerian state is being run. The question is, you and me, whether you're in government, a policymaker, or an individual like me, are you worried? And if you are worried, what are the necessary strategic drivers that the government has been able to put in place?
So that's the question that we need you to answer.
Yes, and I'm saying first, the government must come out to engage the people of the southeastern part and not play politics about it. The issue is one. These young men and women, including very experienced learned minds, are saying the Nigerian state is not carrying them along. And they're not saying President Muhammadu Buhari. They are saying for many years past, culminating to what we are today, they have become a fourth fiddle in this country. It is time for them to be part of this country, or else they are saying, you are telling us we are not part of this country. The question is, are they not making sense? Are there no pointers to show that these people in past government, and including this incumbent president that we have today, with all respect, are his policies, with due respect, are his policies to a large extent not tilting to a corner? Like when the president made a statement, we're not being critical, but we're talking because we want a way forward for this country. When the president of this country goes out to merchandise the concept, to launder the image of this country, who investors down here, and he says, I am aware Nigerians elected me. 90% voted for me from this community. 2% voted for me here. What do you expect me to do? When I'll distribute the wealth of this country, that's the way I'm going to look at it. Now, we are saying these are statements that must not be made at all. Whether you are the president or it's me, we must talk as Nigeria. If I am from the Niger Delta, I'm saying, look, 40 billion has been slashed down from the 67 billion that was given to manage the amnesty situation, which has enabled peace and security in the Niger Delta, helping the economy of this country. People must take it seriously.
But the question down, sorry, Don, it's going all round, because we are talking about economic tightness. We are talking about, no money, not so much to go around.
There was an agreement that amnesty program will end in 2015.
No, there wasn't any agreement. With due respect, I am a very strong believer of equity in this country. The federal government cannot produce any document, even as I'm talking, that they agree with the people of the Niger Delta that the amnesty program is going to end in 2015. It was what some people have said. The question above all is this: what are the challenges of the Niger Delta? From infrastructural decay to economic emasculation of the people, economic degradation. When you get to the Niger Delta, you see that there is massive abuse of the environment. Has any of that been tackled? It's not just about the amnesty. Okay. And so if you remove 40 billion, when you remove 40 billion or 47 billion, and so much more still needs to be done. But above all, I'm saying, look, these are the things that will fan the embers of insecurity in this country. And therefore, for instance, if the Minister of Information says, we have won the war against terror, it's undermining our existence as a people. He shouldn't say that. Nations who are used to fighting terror don't say that. What they do is they score the point, they go back, discuss, just like when his year leader saying, I am not going to discuss with terrorists. I'm not going to pay ransom. I'm not going to, even the Americans, let me tell you, they tell the world every day, we don't like terrorists. We will not engage with kidnappers. We will not pay ransom. But you know what? They don't only pay. They even make exchanges of very dangerous criminals to ensure that they secure peace for America. And that's why we're saying, look, let us talk as leaders. Let us talk as people who are believing that 2016 must give hope to this country, not minding which section they come from. Whether you're a northerner, southerner, or in Niger Delta, we are one Nigeria. Let the policies reflect our common goals.
So Niger Delta has no complaint about reduction in money. Because reduction is across board.
Sorry. I agree with you only to some extent. We don't have any perfect situation in the world. You can never get a perfect system. Every day we try to improve on what the previous person or the predecessor has done. So in that case, security, we have a challenge. Let us address it. I agree with you that the Minister for Information should watch the way he talks about security issue, particularly the military fight against terrorists. Now, when you go out to say we have defeated them, take note that they will likely want to make a statement. They want to attack They want to show that they are still there. We have defeated them, yes, because like my friend said, there is no territory, no Nigerian territory in the hands of the terrorists right now. So to that extent, yes. But we all know that the Boko Haram stronghold is in Borno State. If it is in Borno State, why can't the military come up with tactics that will reduce the killings we are presently witnessing in Borno State? So the military need to do more. That is one. Two, I've always preached joint intelligence agency. That is, instead of trying to, you get information, you get an intelligence, you want to take the credit for using it to achieve something, instead of sharing it with other security persons. So my take on security is that apart from exploiting the community, the military should work together with the civilians, with the other security agencies. They all have intelligence units. Even the road safety have their own intelligence unit. They're on the road. The civil defense, they have their intelligence unit. So we need to put military intelligence, naval intelligence, police intelligence, civil defense, the immigration, they should all share intelligence. That is one. Then two, I know that we have modern equipment. I am aware that we have bomb jammers because the improvised explosive is detonated by a remote control that transfers frequency. So if you can jam a phone that receives frequency, you can also jam the frequency from going to the bomb. I know that we already have those things. You might not know them, but I know that we already have some of those things. What we don't have is the one that detects a suicide bomber.
In closing, sir?
In closing, I want to say that whatever it is, I think 2016 will be a better year. There will be more money in the hands of the individual Nigeria. I am not in support of payment of 5,000 naira to unemployed Nigeria. It will breed corruption.
Okay. He said there'll be more money in the hands of Nigerians. So
Yes, I believe.
what do you think Nigerians can do for themselves? You know,
Nigerians must know that the era of rent is over. People on money is over. Nigeria government must promote earning of money, and I really seriously endorse the 5,000 engagement, not doling out. I don't support doling out, but I support engaging Nigerians to give them minimum succor. There is nothing we will do, no grammar we will speak if little money, no matter what. It's not in the hand of this youth. Nigeria cannot claim that they will be secure more than they were before in 2016. In fact, let's pray that it doesn't degenerate. Nigeria is looking better. Our naira is another major issue that must be tinkered with. CBN, we need to wake up to help Nigeria.
All right, thank you, Mr. Lori.
Don?
Chief Don Ibarra.
Yeah, if you ask me about the real fundamental hope for this country, I will narrow down to my states. It is true that a couple of days coming, we'll be having elections in Bayelsa State. We've been talking about security here, and we're aware there are men and women who have been engaged in some level of heightened criminality occasioned by the election desires. Until today, as we're speaking, members of the security services in this country are going around with those people, parading as security safeguards for them. The question is, what do you expect the ordinary Nigerian to do? If my father was killed yesterday by you, and today I see security men protecting you, not arresting you, prosecuting you, what are we doing? We undermine security. That's why I say, look, justice can't be done except we enable security agents to act right, and when the matter gets to the court, the true independence of the judiciary is respected. But as it stands today, I doubt whether we're getting things right. I don't want to say the hope of this country in 2016 is bleak, but certainly, beyond the rhetorics of politics, we must act right as people, and it must start from the presidency down, so that we know he means business.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Mr. Don Ibarra, Estate Bayelsa State Governor of Media, thank you for coming.
My pleasure.
Mr. Tony Daniel, legal practitioner, thank you for coming.
Thank you.
And Bola Ilori, essay on environmental Osun State Governor, thank you for coming.
Thank you.
We'll take a moment and Sunrise will continue. Don't go away.